Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Armando DB. Tonight, I'm going to talk about prep coaches. I talk about this a lot, but I'm going to talk about how I got started in it and some problems and issues there are today. So basically, I got started competing when I was 18. I won all four of my first shows. And so basically, I was good at it, so I started helping my friends compete because they're like, hey, can you help me get ready for a show? So I was like, sure. So I started helping my friends compete when I was about 19, so that was over 14 years ago. So I started helping my friends do it. They started winning, started doing well. I would experiment on my friends, prep myself, experiment on myself. And so it wasn't until I started at 18, and it wasn't until I was about 21 where someone said, hey, why don't you prep people for a living? And at that time, there wasn't a prep coach in every single corner and 20 in each gym. So it was a lot more held to a higher standard of someone. They didn't do it unless they had lots of knowledge. So I was still young to do it, but I started doing it. Someone said, you should charge for your services. All your clients are winning. So I started charging just a little bit, and my clients started doing well over the years, and better and better and better. One thing back then, we didn't have all these iPhones, so we could just take pictures and videos and content. But I have had so many clients. I wish I kept up with them, the before and after transformations and stuff like that, because as you know, I'm a big guy about before and after transformations. I don't care if you're going pro, if you're just starting. I just love the transformation process. So basically, a problem today is all these prep coaches, which experienced prep coaches talk about, other people talk about. It just gets so old. These guys, they're watering everything down. So what happens is let's say for instance, I've prepped so many people, and as soon as they win a show, they start prepping people, and it's ridiculous. And I call them, it's a con artist move. And they're charging people, and they'll say stuff like, oh, well, I know his methods. I can only charge you this much, like undercut them like more than 50% and then make that money. And instead of referring to, hey, go to Armand, or hey, go to so-and-so, they're saying, hey, I will take you in and I will prep you, and I know enough to prep you. Okay, so I'll tell you guys one thing. Coaches around the area, there's plenty of them, and particularly a couple one. There's a men's physique coach. He preps bodybuilders now, which is crazy. If you let a men's physique guy prep you and you're a bodybuilder, something's off with you. So basically, these guys would pick my brain nonstop. Hey, Armand, what do you think about this? Hey, my client's doing this. How should I dial them in? And it's like, this is your client. If you don't know, you practice on trial and error. That's how you get better. That's how, and as where I'm at now, I'm 34. I've been doing it like 14 years. I still learn and I still progress each year. My clients, they progress, their bodies change. You have to keep up with your clients' bodies, and you just have to know. So my background is I went to school for actually dietitian nutrition. That teaches you nothing about contest prep, but what it does teach you is basic nutrition. So there's coaches out there that will put people on these diets, and they're no sodium diets. Okay, so first of all, you're an idiot. Your body has to have sodium for the muscles to contract, to put water in them. So people that's like, hey, start this diet, don't use any sodium, because to them it's like, oh, well, sodium causes bloat and water retention. Listen, you have to have water retention for your muscles to contract, and water inside the muscle and sodium. So that is ridiculous. That is idiotic. So if you ever hear that from some coach, 0 sodium on your diet, that's just stupid, plain stupid. And basic stuff. I mean, I get clients, they don't know basic nutrition. They meet me, I teach them a lot of stuff. They're not gonna learn how to prep people, but I teach them a lot about nutrition, supplementation, the gear part, dialing in. And what they do, they try to start prepping people, and they think it's the same. They try to apply the same methods. And y'all are crooks, y'all are con artists. That's not right. When I was getting started, I had certain people help me, and I'm like, yeah, that's my prep coach. Send them to them. They do a good job. And then when I got first started, I was like, hey, listen, I've only been doing this so many years. I have a good track record. Most of my clients win, but I'm still new to this. Now you get guys like, oh yeah, come prep with me. I'll get you first place. They got their own team. They make their team shirts. They put all their clients up on stage. Most of their clients look like dog shit, and they do. That's why I have such a good track record. I do not let my clients get on stage, and I know a few other trainers are the same way. They do not let their clients get on stage until they're 100% ready to kill it. And that's the way it should be. It's not should be like, okay, well, let's get you up on stage and see how you fare against the other people. That's not okay. Let's get you up on stage, and we're going to win. I don't care if you just started working out. Like I just said, I had a client a couple weeks ago. He just started working out 7-8 months ago. We did a show, and he won all 4 of his classes. I mean, he followed everything to the T. He came into shape. And the thing is, there's so many classes, it's watered everything down. So for the bodybuilders out there, any bodybuilder says, oh, well, men's physique's good. No, it's not good. What it teaches people to not work as hard. A lot of these men's physique guys could keep pushing it and turn into bodybuilders and be decent bodybuilders, but they stop there in the men's physique shorts, front smile, back smile. That's not masculine to me. To each his own, but that's not a masculine class to me. Do I prep those guys? Yes, because what I do believe about that class is a lot of people cannot train legs because they have serious knee injuries, and they can never train legs hard or get their legs up to par. So that class is okay for those type of people. But a lot of people that stay in that class, so it's just easy, and all this twisting and turning with this hand motion, that's not masculine. It's really feminine, and just turn to the front, turn to the back. That's how I teach my men's physique guys to pose. And most of them, they start in men's physique and they keep progressing. And so to the prep coaches out there that are charging people, and it's like you get a guy that's 16 years old and it says online coaching, prep coach. I've got plenty of guys I coach. I know I'm ranting a lot, but this is something I feel strongly about. That they're a prep coach, and I prep this person, and they knew nothing before they met me. And then they're prepping people, telling them, oh yeah, I know how to do this. We're going to get you ready for this show. And they don't know what they're doing at all. They're pulling stuff out of their ass. They're getting their old programs that I wrote them up, giving them the same protocols, the same this, the same that. Listen, basically in fitness, we all eat the same foods. There's no special foods. There's no magic foods. You basically have your fats, carbs, protein. Everybody's body's different. What you do when you get a client, you have the client, you take their body slowly down to burn the most fat as possible while maintaining muscle. Anybody can say, hey, here's a diet. Let me see you in a month. Let me see you in a few months. And they're going to be really lean if they follow the diet. It's common sense. It's a diet. That person as a coach is not doing anything coaching wise. What you do as a coach is like, hey, okay, let me look at your body. Okay, we need to work on this. Okay, I'm going to start you off with this. Here's your workout routine. Okay, each week let's adjust this. I'm going to increase your fat. I'm going to lower your carbs. I'm going to increase your cardio a little bit. I'm going to increase your supplements this way. So that's what you do for coaching. And you slowly dial, whether it be at a 10 or 16-week period, you slowly dial that person in to where they look the biggest and baddest on stage. If it's other classes like bikini, you kind of handle it a little differently. You want them to have that crazy bikini look. Small waist, nice little petite legs, nice little round booty, and basically a lot of these classes you have it or you don't. These bikini, men's physique, if you do not have a small waist, it's going to be very hard for you to do well. And that's kind of where bodybuilding is. Bodybuilding, you can have a thicker waist, and as long as you get your upper body and your shoulders and back wide enough, you can get there. I'm retired. I don't compete anymore. I did a little show last year just for a photo shoot. I won with like a 3-week prep. But my passion is in prepping clients, good clients. So what I do now is I have my own supplement company. I did that because I believe there's so many supplement companies out there, and they're all trash. But all of them say, oh, we're the best, we're the best, we're the best. So other than myself, I know a couple other companies. One I used to be with, they have very good products, and a couple other guys, ex-bodybuilders, they started their own company, and they put a lot into their supplements. And so if you're wanting to start a supplement company and you think you're going to get rich, think again. To make good supplements like I am, you got to put all the cost into it, the labeling. And to make a good product, it's expensive. And to mark it up so where people can afford it and it's not too crazy, you're not making that much money on it. But I got into it because I saw all these products, and I wanted people to take a product and say, hey, this is a badass product. Here, take this, and have my name, because just like my clients, like I got, this is a new banner, but I got a few of my clients here. These are the before and afters. Look at this right here to a crazy looking bikini body. I got a bodybuilder guy. This is 16 weeks. Crazy transformation. I got an older guy. He's in his 50s. Look at that beer belly. This is 16 weeks later. So I got these people, and at this point, I don't care if they're. I'm past the point where, okay, I want to turn you pro. I used to be so obsessed where let's get you pro, let's get you pro. I'm about, hey, let's get you as far as possible as you can with your genetics, because like the older guy, he's never going to turn pro, but he's going to look best. He's going to feel awesome. And my goal is to make that person boost their self-confidence, feel better about themselves, live a healthier lifestyle. And people's like, oh, well, you can't be healthy if you bodybuild. Yeah, you can, if you do it the right way. And so basically, my supplements go hand in hand with my training. It's all top quality. And anybody that says, it's not, that they haven't tried it out, they haven't had them for themselves. And I'm not saying I'm a great coach for everybody, because sometimes we butt heads. Some people, if you're not a hard worker with me and if you don't listen, we're not going to be a match. As simple as that. But basically, I always accept new clients. I kind of more selective now, because I want to have someone that's a hard worker, that's going to do what I say, not ask a million questions. You can ask questions, but not like just a million questions just to ask them. And here's the deal. You don't hire a coach so you can learn how to coach people. That's not what you hire a coach for. You hire a coach because you're serious, you want to get on stage and kick butt and look the best. There's a lot of people that I call them coach hoppers. They keep hiring top coaches. They'll have me one year, another guy, so they can think they're learning at all these different methods. And really what they're doing, they're just, spinning their wheels, and they could be doing well in competition, but what they keep doing, they just keep hiring a prep coach every single time. And everybody does stuff a little differently. We could have 3 prep coaches, and we all produce the exact same product on stage, conditioning, fullness, but we do diet totally different. Someone can do high cardio and this, low cardio, and we all produce the same product. With me, people always ask me, hey, what are your methods? Do you do high carb? Do you do low carb? Do you do high cardio? I don't have a method. Some of my clients are doing 2 hours of cardio a day. Some of them are doing no cardio day. I have clients eating 70, 80 grams of carbs with every meal. I have some clients eating no carbs with every meal. So everybody's just so different. And I pride myself in my clients. I take it very serious, my clients. Even though the sport in the past 5 years, or whatever you want to call it, has gone way down in competition and hard, people got to understand, what are you getting into this for? Like I just made a previous video. What are you getting into this competing for, this bodybuilding lifestyle for? If it's just to get up there and get a trophy, like, I'm not your coach. If it's to get up there and kick ass and do well and look the best you've ever looked, let's do it. And all my clients that listen to me and do exactly what I tell them to do, I'll usually always win. If they don't win, they get top 3. I'm honest with my clients, just like with my supplements. I got 5 supplements out. They're amazing supplements. I'm sure everybody says that about their company. But when I say that, I put my heart and soul into it, and I know exactly what's going in the products. I don't have all these other guys' hands in it, or these partners. It's my company. I have it, where my manufacturer puts exactly what I want in my products. We test out the products, me and my clients, until it's like, boom, everything's good, let's get this produced. So I have 2 great products right now that a lot of people, they don't know about. One's called Seromax, one's called Dominate. The difference is, one is a growth hormone and one is a testosterone booster plus anti-estrogen plus anabolic booster. So what that does, and this is great for women. I just put a few women on it, and women think, oh, growth hormone, testosterone, I'm gonna get huge. Listen, for a woman to get huge, you don't understand, it's years and years of hardcore training and a lot of hormones. And it just doesn't happen. So I put these women on these supplements, and they're like, gosh, Armand, I feel better, I'm stronger, I'm leaner, I have a better overall feeling. So those are 2 amazing of my niche products. I have an amino acid, which, every company has amino acids. I think mine's better because it's dosed right, the flavoring's correct while still being dosed right. I have a pre-stage product. No one has that. You take it right before you go up on stage. And then I have a pre-workout. And that's basically dosed exactly the way I think it needs to be dosed, without having too much stimulant in it, because as most people know, if you have too much stimulant in it, you're going to stress your central nervous system. And when that happens is, instead of going up with muscle gains, you're going to go down, and your body's always stressed out. It's not going to know what to do, how to feel, and you think you're going to the gym. You're like, yeah, I'm getting pumped up, I'm so strong today, but you're just stressing your system out, and you're going actually backwards and losing muscle and not burning fat. And so those are my products. Try them out. I tell people they're on my website. On my website, I give a description this long of what they do, what's in them, so people know exactly what they do. I'm going to be coming out with one other product in the next several months that I'm going to be proud of, and that everybody can use. And let me tell you guys something. There's a couple products I want to come out with that would be amazing.